Maxie, at that view. You're kind of looking like Tine with that big old belly. Hello there, Linda. Hello, everybody else who is here on this Catterday, what am I saying? This Tuesday. We're looking at Girthy Max here. You know, I think Max is turning from a black tuxedo cat. He's turning like red. He's turning into Rust Kitty. And that right, Mr. Maximus? He says, yep. My fur is coming red. Hello there, Debbie. Hello there, Polcraft. Hello there, Rosemary. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope all the kitties are doing well. Yeah, I noticed this like a couple of months ago. Hello, Connie, Catitude, Tranquil. Hello, hello, hello. That Max is turning red. And I guess I was like reading something that tuxedo cats, if they're in like the sun enough, or if for whatever reason their like their fur color can start to change. And you can definitely see the red. Hello there, Jesse. How you doing? Is the carpet still good? For the most part, yes, Jesse, the carpet stairs are still good, but it is starting to fray a little bit on the sides. But yes, overall, it is good. Rosemary, all of your kitties did the same. Well, Max is our second tuxedo, but our first tuxedo, he passed away when he was just 5, so I guess we never got to that point. But I did have a tuxedo. I did live with a tuxedo 7, like a long time ago. I don't remember his colors doing that, so I don't know. Weird. Get weird. And he says, yes, he is. He says, hello, humans. Hope y'all are doing well tonight. Is that your ball? Is that your ball? Hello there, Maya. How you doing? Oh, is it your fishy? Oh. You've been debating on YouTube, Jesse, today. What have you been debating about? Fun stuff? Scary stuff? Hello there, Kevin. How's it going? Oh, I think I figured out maybe those who know we're going to have a quiz with me and Shelly on Sunday. And I think I finally figured out the 3 gifts. And I know people have said, well, you don't need to do any gifts. But for those who, are interested in gifts, I'm thinking I'm going to have, hey there, Squeesh. I'm going to have the cat laser toy, the one that I use for Yoda, the one that Kevin won. I'm always sick, Maya. I'm sick in the head usually. uh, the one that Kevin won, the one that Yoda uses a lot, and the one that you see on these live streams. So that's going to be one gift, prize. The second prize I'm thinking is going to be another cat toy of some kind. I'm not sure what. Excuse me. And then the third prize is going to be just like an Amazon gift card. So I think it's going to be those 3 things. I think that's what I'm kind of settled on. Mr. Maximus. Hello there, KK. Hope you're doing well. Excuse me. Max, hi. You not having it, dear Maximus? Here, Maxie, let's get this toy over here. Oh, Max, you got me working hard on this live today. I'm on the ground with you. Hello there, Spence. How you doing? Tomorrow, Zelda and the baby They got to go to the V word. They got to go to the vets. Uh, yeah, so my wife is saying be nice to my ribs and back. I think most of you already know I have some sore ribs. Um, if you want to hear a somewhat gross story, I can tell you about my back. Just let me know in chat. This is somewhat gross. Squeeze all your kitties doing well. Catitude, your kitties. KK, Tranquil, I know your kitties doing well. Rosemary, hopefully Justin and May are doing well. So, about a month ago, my wife noticed, excuse me, when I have a bit of a filter. It's just not a very big one. It's a very weak filter. It lets a lot of things get through. Excuse me. So notice that I was all the kitties are well. Awesome. Notice that I had like a bit of a bump, like by my spine, like in the middle of my back. And I'm like, okay. It maybe it's like an ingrown hair follicle, or I don't know. Maybe I bumped into something. Who knows? So I didn't think too much of it. About 2 weeks ago now, the little bump on my back started to kind of change colors a little bit. Kind of went from a fleshy color into like a pink, not pink, but like a purple, like a bruisey kind of color, almost like a hematoma kind of situation. So and then not last night, yesterday morning, after I took my shower, or no, before I took my shower, I Mixie, you're not playing with your string. You're not doing it very exciting to me. Um, so yeah, like I was saying, yesterday morning before I had my shower, hello, Kristen. Because I can kind of feel it. I can kind of get where it is. It was kind of oozing a little bit. It was like clear, so it's just kind of like an oozing liquid, and it kind of had a foul odor to it. So I did go to an urgent care at the end of the day yesterday, and they said, well, it's either an abscess or possibly a cyst. But what they recommended though is to poke it and squeeze whatever comes out. So it's either that or you can just get drugs. I'm like, nah, just open me up. Let's do a little surgery right here in the room, which is basically what it is. So they gave me like a little bit of like Novocaine, like a shot, like when you go to the dentist, they put that stuff in your gums, right? When they need to do dental work. So they did that. They opened up, they created like a little hole, basically like where this bump was, and they started just squeezing the liquid out, and it was mostly just all pus. Because it was pus, it was just an abscess. They said it was more like cottage cheese. It would be a cyst. Does anybody know of the show Pimple Popper? Has anybody heard of that show or seen that show, Dr. Pimple Popper? It's a lady doctor, like a dermatologist. She works with a lot of really extreme like cysts and stuff like that. If you know of that show, Kevin, I feel about the same, to be honest with you. I don't feel really that much better. I feel about the same. Hello there, Greg. How you doing? Hello there, Spence. Oh, I already said hello, Spence. Uh, Kristen, do I have to go on a duck diet as well? Maybe, Kristen, maybe. So they took out some pus and they said it should go away. Um, Hello there, Michaela. Michaela. If you are new, a big hello to you. I should have been on the show. I think my stuff is pretty basic. But the lady though, the doctor though, did say like if this happens again for a couple of if it happens again, then I might have to like go to a specialist because it is like very close to the spine, very close to the spine. It's like almost right on the spine. So that could be a problem maybe down the road. Hello there, Bruce. How you doing? No, no, no. Actually, no antibiotics. They said it's not recommended. You don't need antibiotics. So you know. But anyways, that's my little kind of gross, somewhat story of bodily fluids. So yeah, Connie, I did eventually go to the doctor. I am a male, so I'm a bit stubborn. You know how males are. We are stubborn. Uh, did you bump yourself there? I have no idea, Rosemary. It just popped up one day. Bruce, nothing's wrong with Max. He's good. You know, we're just on the floor, Bruce, instead of the, we're normally up on the table. So, but I got some kind of not necessarily cool news, but our little second grade class went to a field trip today. We went to a museum, science museum, and that went okay. But I wanted to ask you all a question because I'm assuming most of you obviously have a cell phone. Probably most of you are watching on a cell phone, right? My big old finger. When we saw stuffed possum, yes, and other stuff too. Yeah, Bruce, the doctor was for me. I had a an abscess in my back, so they had to push out a lot of pus. I was the pus monster. So what I wanted to ask you all, as far as cell phones go, if you remember, how old were you when you got your first cell phone? Not what kind of cell phone, how old were you? Uh, Axel, I'm gonna not even worry about that question. So, hello there, Axel. Let's see. So, 18, you were in college. Squish, your kitty has an abscess. Are they doing okay? I hope they are. Bruce, you were 45. Too hip to go, you were 40. KK, you were 53. Rosemary, just old. Maya, 14. Greg, 21. Squish, you got yours around when you were in high school, first year. Linda, you were 40. Kevin, 29. Okay. I have a second question. Um, After you got your cell phone, your first cell phone, did you feel like you became more stressed or more worried or more anxious? I am going somewhere with this. 20 passion bow. Okay. Maya saying yep, she felt more stressed, anxious, worried. KK saying yes. Too hip to go says no. Greg says yes. Connie says sometimes. Debbie definitely. Squish says no. Catitude says yes. Kristen says no. There wasn't any internet or social media at the time. Strictly just calls only. Rosemary says yes. You think so? So I work in a school. Most of you know that, and these kids, and I mean like not one, like kindergartners. They already have cell phones. And I don't know if any of you like have any experience around like school age, elementary school age kids, but they are like so stressed and so worried about every single little thing. And I'm just thinking, well, as an adult, hello there, Lee. From Casey. Hello, hello. Um, as an adult, if we are worried and stressed, and we always like we hear our like tone go off or something, we got to check it, right? If we have a noise on our phone, we got to check it, check it, check it, check it. I can only imagine if you're like 5 or 8 or whatever. Yes, this kitty is alive. Maximus is just a chilled kitty. How much that affects you because you're still like your brain is still growing. And the reason I'm bringing this up is after we went on our field trip, the kids they had to draw a dinosaur, right? Hit to go. Yeah, turn off notifications is a good idea. But even that, though, people are always like checking their cell phones, I think. So they had to draw a dinosaur and they're watching somebody do it on a YouTube video, right? Uh, and there was like, I was just, I'm in for a classroom, so I go to classroom to classroom to classroom. And these kids were like so like upset or concerned that they weren't like drawing it perfectly. And I think there's a bit of a connection between like not having or I mean being on like devices, cell phones, laptops, or whatever, and always things are always like instant, 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 right? So I think that unfortunately society is like we're kind of ruining these kids with all of this technology. Thank you there, Queen Sheba, for that donation. Um, I'm not sure if you are new here or not, but just if you are, awesome, thank you. And also that every single cent of that donation will go to help cat rescues when we donate again to cat rescues to the places that we donate to. So, anyways, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Um, I'm not really. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm not really concerned about them learning cursive. I think they need to learn how to just read and write. Forgetting cursive, just being able to read and write is more important than kind of that next step. I get what you're saying though. Hello there, guitars and such. How you doing? I appreciate that subscription. Or yeah, that subscription. Because kids they can't, and unfortunately they can't read, they can't write. Um, so there's just a lot of skills that we take it granted for. Kristen, your kids couldn't get a cell phone until they were 16 because they were beginning to drive. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, learn the basics for sure. Yeah, so guitar, if you are new here, this is Mr. Maximus guitar. He is one of 9 kitty cats that we live with. Maxie's had a hard year. He got diabetes earlier in the year, and he's under diabetic remission right now. So he's doing better. Excuse me. And then he got some skin issues. So he had some lesions on his face. They're all gone now. We're thinking it was a food allergy. So he's on a novel food right now, a duck diet, and he's doing good. So ain't that right, Mr. Maximus? He says, yes, it is. I'm a good boy. Now I'm gonna bite you though, because you're making fun of my belly. Hi, buddy. Spencer, pre-mobile phone age. Hello there, Kaba. Hello there, Kaba. Nice to see you. Kevin, you had a pager forever before cell phones. Yep. Catitude, good question. So, are the kids allowed to have these phones in classes? I think I think the older grades are, yes, Catitude, like third, fourth, and fifth. Definitely middle school and high school, but the younger ones, they're not. They have them though, but they're not supposed to have them out. Let me see here. Greg, Max looks so much better. Yep, since you've been watching. Yep. Squeeze, you got a question. So, how does cat diabetes work? It's like humans in a way, Squeeze. They have their pancreas, right? So sometimes their pancreas will either just stop working because the pancreas produces the insulin. So sometimes their pancreas would just stop working, or sometimes they become like sensitive where the pancreas is still producing insulin. Excuse me, but their body is just not absorbing it properly anymore. So just like humans, they'll need to have some extra insulin, or have insulin like the rest of their lives. It just really depends. Maxie, what you doing back over there? Queen Sheba, you are new, and thank you for loving all the kitties and taking care of them. Well, you're welcome, Queen. Do you have any kitties yourself there, Queen? Hello there, John. Just finished dinner. Hopefully it was a good dinner. Maxie. All right, we're gonna hang out with some other kitties here. We just always like to start with Mr. Maximus here. hey, Mr. Max. All right, we're gonna say goodbye to Maxie. But yeah, in their food though, they do have sugar in their food. You know, it's amazing what's in cat food, dry cat food and wet cat food. Hey, buddy. You know, really, in the most ideal world, a cat's diet should just be, out there in the wild and just catching things. That's what a cat should be eating. But we know that's not realistic, though, is it? All right, let's go and check on some other cats. Hi, Yoda. You gotta back up. Back up, buddy. Back up. This is Yoda, for those who are new. Those who are not new, obviously you all know Yoda. The baby here, I guess she's in her dresser again. Yoda. Yeah, Squeech, it's really amazing. Diabetes, feline hyperthyroidism, all that other stuff. It's crazy. Hi, Yoda. You see your face. Yeah, so this was what I was thinking. This is probably going to be. Let me sit down. Sorry, guys. One of the prizes. One of the prizes will be this. Not this, but a laser cat toy like this. KK, yeah, the diabetes, it's tough. I mean, obviously we got Max, who still technically is a diabetic, even though he's in remission. Hello there, Barbara Robbins. How you doing? If you are new, hello and welcome. If you all want to say hello to Barbara. If you all want to say to some of the new faces, some of the new names you don't see, go ahead and make them feel welcomed. And then we have Zelda, right, who's been a diabetic for like 10 years. Hello, Kit. Nope. Sorry, Yoda. This is Kit. Those who are new. Kit was an adult foster who was abused. And our foster group said, can you take kind of a look at Kit, or can you kind of work with her a little bit? Because she was very shy. So we took her on. We took her into our group. And how did we come up with the names? So Kit, like I was just saying, was a foster. Her name already was Kit, Squish, so we didn't change her name at all. Yoda, because when Yoda was a baby, we fostered Yoda as well. He was with a group of 6, him and his siblings. And he had big, gigantic ears, so Yoda just seemed to fit, like Baby Yoda, right? The baby, I really don't remember where the baby's name came from. The baby's not looking very happy right now. And my wife can probably tell, like, some of these cat names. Let me see. Tiny already had her name from the adoption place. The same with Tang. The same with Pandora, who we adopted from a coworker. Zelda, I was thinking just The Legend of Zelda, the video game, right? Who else is there? Max, that was part of his name. Whiskers Maximus was his official name. I'm sorry, my wife is correcting me. She likes to correct me. That's a normal thing. I guess Tiny was originally Oreo. So I don't know where did Tiny come from then? Because I don't remember. You can get that fishy, Yoda. Is it the fishy or the toy? Kristen, have you ever had a neutered cat spray? Oh, a neutered cat spray. I don't think so. I don't think so, Kristen. I don't think so. Kevin, yes, wives always know. Yes, there is that old adage, right? Happy wife, happy life. But I think for me, it's happy cats, happy wife. Trying to see who else is around. Let's go over to Pandora. Ugh. Speaking of pancakes here, Bruce, I know Pandora's your favorite. Yoda, the toy will come back, I promise. You don't gotta get up, Pandora. I'm coming to you. You need to lick my finger, though. I'm sorry that you're sad, Princess. What you sad for? I miss pancakes. Let's see, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I have no idea what I was saying. John, cat keeps on showing up at your door, meowing. Oh, hold on. Meowing. He probably lives nearby because he's not hungry. He looks good. It just wants to come in from the cold. You hate when people leave cats outside in the cold. Yeah, John. I agree with you there. Cats their survivability is very high up on the scale. They can survive a lot, but if it is like crazy cold, then it'd be nice if they could have a place where they could just go into. I've seen some people, and some of you have too, where people like create these like little like catios or like these little shelter areas for outside cats, like feral cats, and they have like a little heated area kind of. Has anybody seen what I'm talking about? Has anybody seen that before? Princess, your two cats passed in 2024. I am so sorry to hear that, Princess. Condolences to you there. It is always tough when these little munchkins pass away, isn't it? Gone but not forgotten, right? And maybe at some point in time, maybe you could adopt and help a life and give them a good home again. Unless you know what I'm talking about. Yep. Princess, you're crying because you wish you could have saved. Well, only if you want to share, Princess. If you want to give a little backstory to like what happened, you can, but only if you want to. I wouldn't call you a owner though. I don't like the term owner. It's just a personal thing. I like parent, cahoot, guardian, so forth, stuff like that. Kristen, you have a 2-year-old neutered cat that just started to spray. When I took in your daughter's neutered cat, weird thing is though, it has no smell. That is weird. Does anybody have any experience with that? A male neutered cat who's still spraying? Because I don't, so I don't really know. I don't really have any opinion. Hello there, the shark. Oh, it's me. Yep, and oh, it's you too. I hope you're doing well. The shark, let's be a little careful on the spamming of messages. I'm just giving you a heads up. If it continues, I'll have to take care of it. Just letting you know. I don't mind people saying things, but when it gets spammy, then it's like, sorry, you gotta go. Kitty King, Kristen. It won't smell like a non-neutered cat, but they can spray anytime. Princess, you're 14. Okay. Your mom said to wait until you're 18, plus you're depressed. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, the shark, it looks like we're going to keep on doing. So, like my students, I'm going to put you in a little timeout. You're in the naughty timer for now. And then we will see if you're still here. Wow, he kept on going on and on and on, didn't he? All right. Anyways. Let's see here. Spamming is where somebody's like saying the same thing basically over and over and over again, Princess. Yeah, and it annoys other people, and eventually it annoys me because I try to talk to anybody and everybody, the Princess. But if people are just saying things over and over again, you're gonna go to the timeout corner, and you're gonna wear your little hat. You're gonna cool down, and if you come back, then hopefully you'll learn, and if not, well, then you'll go back into that timeout corner. That's just how it is with me. Oh, hello, baby. What's up, baby girl? Princess. So this is Pandora. This is the baby. Um, the one in the corner there that you really can't see. Uh, is he's gonna come up here. This is Yoda. Um, Let me see. I don't. We got a few more that are under the bed. We have Zelda, which I'll try to get. Zelda's our oldest. She's like 21 or will be 21 soon. We got Max. Um, yeah, KK, you never know with cats, right? Although these cats are kind of quiet usually all the time because we got an old group. Is that your smiley face, Yoda? I do want to say those who might be new to these live streams, new to me, new to this channel, one of the, I don't want to say selling points because I'm not a salesperson, but one of the things that kind of makes this channel unique, I feel like, is what we do as a community. At the end of each month, whatever money is earned is donated to this channel. We give back to rescues and to cat shelters, and to things like that. So we do that at the end of every month. So, if that's something that you'd want to be a part of, then feel free to join. And if not, no worries. Who's Justin Bieber? AEH. You got one like that called Tuxedo. Okay, that's an interesting name. Kristen, yours was neutered at 3 months and never spayed until I brought in another grown male cat. Oh, we just got to keep the cleaners on hand at all times. Hello there, Mike. How you doing? Justin Bieber is a pop star. What's a pop star? Is that somebody who drinks pop and is, I don't know, looks at the stars? Let me see if I can get Zelda out. Ugh. Zelda, let's go over to Tine Tine. I know, Yoda, I know. A singer? Oh, I'm a singer too. I could sing you something. Oh, KK, even though you know who he is? Oh, hello there, Chloe. How you doing? I don't know who's M&M. Is that the candy? What's your favorite M&M color? All right. All right. Zelda. Hi, Zeus. Come here, Zeusy. Come on, old girl. Zelda. I've learned to be more. Oops, I don't need that on there. More playful with chat, John. Working with now like 68-year-olds. Not 60. Yeah, 68-year-olds. You got to be. You got to be good with the kiddies, right? Yeah, this is Zelda. Everybody. Oh, my voice just went high there for a second. Zelda's like 20, so she's the queen. But nobody respects Zelda. Everybody like slaps Zelda. Zelda's always kind of been the forgotten cat. Well, John, I appreciate it. I try to be good. I try to keep my sarcasm on a low level because some of you know, well, I actually think some of you may not know. I can be a very sarcastic person. I try not to do it on these lives because I'm like trying to, be warm and welcoming, which I think I am for the most part. But I do have some sarcasm. KK, that's you, the older kitty. Uh-oh, we got something going on here. What are you doing, Yoda? Are you causing trouble? Yoda, leave Tiny alone. Yoda, you got that look, Yoda, in your eye. Yep. No, bye, Tiny. Bye, Yoda. I appreciate that, Sharon. And Sharon, if you are new, Sharon, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. Don't care for Ariana. Hello, Kit. What's up? You like, hi, humans? Hey, the shark is back. All right, Shark. So, Shark, if you don't spam the chart, I'm perfectly fine with you being here. I have no issues with that. But let's not spam the chart. The spam the chat though. And if you do, well, it's back to timeout land with you. Maine Coon Tiger Cats. Oh, what is that? It's all good, Shark. You're good. You're good. Hope you're having a good day. Kit. Oh. Well, they're not my cats, the Shark. I don't own these cats. Hey, Tang. Here, Mike, speak of the devil. Speak of that menace. Tang is doing well, Mike. He's trying to kick his carpet eating habit, that he has. Uh, we're giving him lessons. He's going to some therapy, things like that. It seems like it's kind of working somewhat. He's not too happy about his therapy lessons, though. But we need to we need to get him off of the carpet chewing problem. Hi, Yoda. Hi, Yoda. Tang. Yeah, they're the kiddies. They're the kids, basically. Squish. Yeah, I agree. Yoda. All right, let me pull that phone back. Okay. Kit. You see there V on the head. I see an M, but not a V. Yeah, cats like ginger cats, right? They have the M. It either means I'm not sure they're Mario or they're the Masters of the Universe. They're probably Masters of the Universe. Kristen Yoda is about 8 or so, so he's still kind of a bit of a rambunctious little monkey. Um, my wife thinks that I should take him to the school, because I work with a bunch of 8th graders, and he would get along well. Now, Zelda, you're gonna see her walking up here. She's got a little limp because she's old and arthritis. But we have these wonderful stairs for her. I do not have Discord. I do not have Discord on their one. Maybe one day, but not at the moment. These stairs are wonderful. If anybody has anybody sees like some kitties or some doggies that have arthritis or has an old age on them, getting these stairs, it helps them move around and get up on beds and stuff like that. Hello, Mr. Orange. Hello there, musically motivated. Thank you so much for taking care of these animals. It's admirable. You miss your kitty. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Musical. When did your kitty pass away? Sharon, you had 2 of your own. And your ex had 1. Okay. Here, let me get a little closer, Mike and others. To Mr. Tang. Now, Tang here, he was a naughty boy. Yesterday, he bit my foot. He bit my foot. He's getting a little, not aggressive necessarily, but he doesn't like the word no. And sometimes he gets a little bitey. I know, Yoda. It's always about you. Always about you. Oh, I don't really ever usually talk about like other YouTube channels. It's just not my thing here. Um, you got to use the opportunity when you have, or use the stickers. Absolutely. Uh, but I do wanted to. I saw just on my feed this one kitty named Harpo. Has anybody? And I don't know the channel name, unfortunately. But hey, is Icon in here? Hey, Icon, how you doing, Icon? Hope you're doing well. Um, I don't know the channel name, but it featured like a big, long-legged tuxedo cat named Harpo. And what was cool about this kitty, the kitty passed away, unfortunately. But what was cool about this kitty is it would literally like say Yoda here. There's this dog right here, right? This kitty would like pick everything up and bring it to the person they lived with, to their parent. And I mean like everything. It was just really cool. If I can ever remember it, maybe I'll put it like in a community post just for y'all to check it out if interested. But it was really sad. But it's a really cool kitty named Harpo. Musical, your kitty named Savannah had a seizure last year. She was 9 and very intelligent. Did she pass away like right there and then, musical, or did that seizure just kind of slowed her down and maybe she had to start like taking medications or and you don't have to say if you don't want to, of course. But that's terrible. I am sorry. KK, you saw that? You saw what I was talking about? Yeah, Kitty King got the octopus toys before he died. Yeah, yep. That's the one. Very tall cat. Had very long limbs, and I don't know. That cat was just. It was kind of hard to watch that, but that kitty was really quite the personality. Quite the personality. I think they passed away with I don't know. I think they had like IBD or something. Oh, well, I guess my wife is saying that's the channel's name if anybody wants to look into it. Rain surname. I don't think they have any like new content, but I really don't know. But like I said, I barely ever talk about other channels. It's just not my thing. Um, I'm here to like just that's just not what I do. Nothing against those who do it, but it's just not me. Yeah, John, I remember you talking about that at one point in time. And I think you had a video out too, right? But then you took it down, I think, because of some of the comments, if I'm thinking correctly, John. Anyways, let's give Mr. Orange here a little rub. Let's me check on the time. We're at about 45 minutes. So in a few moments, we are going to go head down to see Rosemary. Musically motivated, no worries. She had a seizure, drooled with convulsions until rushed to the vet and died. Oh, and then died on the way. But okay, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that there. Hello there, Julian, and hello there, Ant Man. Hope you all are doing well on this Tuesday night, or maybe Wednesday, depending on where you're at. Yeah, one day my wife and I we will foster again. Um, it's Tuesday for you still, Jillian. Me too. But it's not going to be until Zelda and Rosemary pass on. We're going to wait to do any kind of fostering until then, which, hey, you never know. Could be soon. I mean, Zelda's like 20. Rosemary's like 18-ish. Yeah, Jesse, we do plan on fostering kittens again, but not anytime soon. Not until these two pass on. Hello there, Michelle. How you doing? You got any kitties, Michelle? And if you're new here, a big hello and welcome to you. Bruce, you're bringing the 10 over there to give you a warm up. I appreciate the thought, Bruce. Oh, there's six layer. Hello there, Miss Baby. Maya, that's why I like doing the verticals, right, Maya? Because with the verticals, new folks always come in. I know like the side to side ones, like Shelly does, that just works for her. But I always want to try to get new people in here because, into the community, into what we're all about, into what we're doing. That's part of my mission. I try to balance stuff between having fun and having and staying true to what I'm actually what the main reason I'm on this platform, which is to help. Always helping. All right, friends, we're going to say goodbye to this group of kitties, and we are going to go downstairs and go check on Rosemary. I think she's up on the stove, so we're going to say goodbye to Mr. Yoda, Tang, the baby, Zelda, Kit, who I think went back under the bed. Nope, Kit's over here. Who am I missing? Pandora's over there on her bed. And I'm missing somebody, but I can't remember who it is right now. Tiny. I thought this was a cat for a second, but I'm like, man, I'm losing it. This is a pair of pants. All right, Pandora, you're in charge. Okay? Hey, Cher Bear, how you doing? You're in charge, baby girl. KK, the sad thing is I have glasses on, but can I put a cat on my shoulder? Not tonight, but maybe next time. Depending on the cat. If I put Tiny on my shoulder, she'll probably break my shoulder.
Let's not fall over while we're at it.
Because she weighs like 20 pounds. Now I could put Rosemary on my shoulder because she's like 5 pounds. She'd be like a parrot, basically. And yes, don't worry. Rosemary is alive, I think. Is she breathing? Yep, she's breathing, so she is good. We had the oven on earlier, so she's just kind of, absorbing heat. Yeah, apparently Rosemary today didn't eat much of her food. I think she's maybe missing me, perhaps. Because she's got like a symbiotic connection with me. Jesse, no, the stove is off. It was on earlier. But when you have a stove on, and even when you turn it off, there's like that that R word. I want to say retaining, but that's not the word I'm trying to think of. And I got my wife giggling at me, of course. Residual, I think that's the word. We're cooking Rosemary. We need to fatten her up a little bit more, John. She's kind of skinny. So we need to get a couple extra pounds on her. And YouTube, don't take that too serious. Don't end this live stream just because we're talking about cooking cats. But anyways, hey Rosie, I know she doesn't like the cold temperatures. Appreciate the what is that little kitty in a box? Do not open yet. I appreciate that. Who sent that? That was Jaden Kaiser. Thank you there. Oh, let me get that heart. Nope, put that heart on there. That's always hard to put those hearts on there. Thank you there, Jaden. Thank you. Thank you, Maya, with the little floating heart. No poop today. I'm kidding, Maya. I think you and Glare Bear. I don't think Glare Bear's on here. Maybe he is. I'm not sure, but sent the little golden poop emoji, which is fitting for Rosemary, because we celebrate when she poops, right? But what I was saying is she doesn't. She hasn't been eating much today. So, yes, you, Rosemary. Do we buy Christmas presents for these cats? We do not, Jesse. We do not. They get gifts pretty much year round, or toys, things like that, year round. So no, we do not. Hello there, SKZ. Hello there, James. If y'all are new, a big hello and welcome. You are staring at the cat named Rosemary, who's a crazy little kitty. He's like, "What's up, people? Can I sniff you through the phone? Do you smell good? Or do you smell kind of stinky?" Rosemary likes the stinkies, though. I'll stop talking for a second to see if you can hear her purr. I can slightly hear her purr. Purring, I should say. Oh, uh-oh. You're gonna get up just to lay back down. Yep. Ugh, let me move this pan, Rosemary. Hi, honey bunny. She's got some dirty ears, though. We gotta clean her ears. James, you got a kitty with the name Biscuit, and you got way more. Sharon, your kitty was skinny, like that, had a roamer, gave him baby formula, puts on weight. Well, with, excuse me, with Rosemary, Sharon, she's got hyperthyroid disease. So that's part of the reason on why she's so skinny. Excuse me. So it's always kind of been like a battle with her and weight with her hyperthyroid disease, and we suspect she might have a little IBD. Hello there, Kendra. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming in. Claire, do our cats? I know it's not Claire, but it's just C. Lair, so I'm just gonna call you Claire. That's okay. Do your cats eat churros? Not really. Not really. Catitude, she's just been a little off today. The thing about her, Catitude, is this time of the year, it seems like she always, doesn't eat as much, and she always just seems a little. I think, to be honest with you, and Big Meanie, I'm gonna get that question. I see your question. I'm gonna get it in a second. I think that she has, like, actually, to be honest with you, a little bit of seasonal depression. I really do, because every, like, what are we in, fall and winter, right, in that time frame, she just seems like she just kind of gets a little off, and I know humans have this as well. So, but let me see the Big Meanie. So you got a kitty with hyperthyroidism. What do you feed her? I worry so much about her weight. So the Big Meanie with Rosemary, we feed her whatever she wants to eat. And I know sometimes that's not great for her stomach, because you shouldn't, like, be switching food so quickly. But whatever she's gonna eat at the moment, that's what we're gonna feed her. That's what we do. That's just what's been working for the most part for us. So that's what we do. Um, just that's how we do it. The ladies, one question. It is not with cat. It's not with cats, but can you still sub? Yeah. I mean, if you want to, it's up to you. You're more than welcome to join the community. How do you know if they are sick? It depends on the cat. Some cats will eat less if they're sick. Some cats will eat more sometimes. Some cats will drink a lot of water. They might have diabetes because of that, kidney issues, kidney disease because of that. A cat who's normally out and about, if they're hiding all of a sudden, if they don't like welcome you, if normally they're affectionate, and they're like, kind of just in the corner, or they're doing some more sleeping, or you just don't see them, that could be an indication that they're sick. There could be a lot of things. KK older, whatever. They'll. Yep, yep, yep. The ladies, how have you? I've been good. I hope you've been better. How many cats do you save? That's a great question, the ladies. I can't really put a number on that, the ladies. What I can say, over this last calendar year, the Giving Paws community has helped rehome at least, I think, close to 40 senior cats on one cat rescue place. And we have donated as a community, I want to say up to like at least $5,000 this year, maybe a little bit more. And that goes, to help feed cats. It helps them if they have a surgery or they have some kind of medical issue. It helps to do TNR stuff. It helps to rehome. So I can't put a number on it exactly, but a lot. Not as much as we need to, because you always can help more, more, and more. Jose said you can't watch. I'm sorry about that. Tina, do you think she has arthritis? Absolutely. I'm sure that she does. She's like 18 or so, Tina, we think, around that age. Um, and every so often, she will have a little bit of a limp somewhat. At that age, I think, arthritis is definitely, yes, for sure. For sure. The ladies, have you saved any like kittens? Again, probably with what this community has done, I'm sure some of the donations have gone to save kittens that might be on the street with no mom or dad. They picked up and they excuse me, bottle fed or whatever they might be doing. So yes, I'm absolutely sure about that. This kitty's name is Rosemary. The ladies. She's not necessarily sick, Kitty, or the lady. Rosemary's not necessarily sick per se. She does have a medical condition called hyperthyroidism, which can make her feel kind of puny, kind of yucky sometimes. She's also a deaf kitty, but she's also, she's almost like 100 in like human years as well. Catitude, did they have an arthritis med out for cats now? I don't know. I don't know, Catitude. I have no idea. You would think so, maybe. Maybe I need to look into that, Catitude. Well, my wife said gabapentin, so yeah. So gabapentin, Catitude, and to anybody else who might be listening about arthritis, it can help with like just generalized pain, but it can cause like sedation and it can cause some other issues as well. So it just depends. Hello there, Jay Bubble. Is that Jay Bubble Leap? I think you were gifted a channel membership there, Jay Bubble. So I hope you enjoy it. The ladies' arthritis is where, like inside of your body, like with your bones, it starts to oh, what does it do? It starts to ache, right? If somebody wants to get a definition of arthritis, it makes you kind of like, yeah. I want to say it makes like your bones achy, but I'm drawing a blank right now for whatever reason. The kitties have been doing well. James, you got 5 kittens and you got 3 adult cats. Bruce, yeah, if you don't mind, if you can ask that question. All right, what time is it? Oh, we're at an hour. All right, so my wife is sneezing, and bye the ladies. I hope you have a good night. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, 3 things. All right, 3 things. Number 1, adopt, don't shop. Adopt, don't shop. I like to repeat myself. Adopt, don't shop. Cat breeders, dog breeders, put them out of business. We don't need like designer cats. We don't need designer dogs. They have health issues. They have shorter lifespans. We don't need designer cats. Adopt cats, do not shop. Don't shop. If you are going to adopt a cat or a dog, I will say, think about adopting an older cat, a special needs cat. You would be absolutely amazed on how many cats past the age of 2, Bruce, past the age of 2 have a hard time getting adopted. Why? Because people want cute and fuzzy little kittens, and I can't blame them for that. But, the cool thing about an older cat, they have a personality. They have a unique personality, and I swear they will appreciate being adopted more than a kitten, because a kitten doesn't know any better. An older cat, bye KK. An older cat, they know. They know they'll appreciate that. Bye Linda. Thank you for popping in tonight. And number 3, advocate, advocate, advocate. Always advocate for your feline, friends, and your dog friends as well. I'm going to include dogs in this as well. You are their voice. You need to speak up to them. They cannot talk. They can just meow, and who knows what meow means sometimes, right? So those 3 things: adopt older, and advocate. So on that note, I'm going to give everybody a chance to say goodbye to one another. Say goodbye to Rosemary. If you all want to say goodbye to me, you can. You don't have to, of course, but you can. And we're going to give Miss Rosie a little chin rub. As we finish up this live, I appreciate everybody being here. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and or night, depending on where you're at. The next live stream will be on Saturday. Hopefully some of you new folks maybe can pop in. And then we have a special dual live stream on Sunday with another channel. I am Raven with Shelly. We are going to do a cat quiz where you all get to answer some questions for prizes. And prizes. Hey, Rosie, are you ready to go upstairs? You're like, not really. I want to just live in this oven. YouTube, don't take that too serious. You're such a small little kitty, you Rosie. Your head can just fit in my palm of my hand, basically. Gosh, I wonder what Rosemary was like when she was a kitten. Were you a small little kitten? He says, yes, I was. I was a little tiny kitten.
Great rambler.
All right, my wife is telling me to get off the stream, so I'm going to hit the X button. You all have a good night. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye, Tabby. Ugh.